Concepts, tools, smart people use. Knowledge is not power, wisdom is.
Despite what the saying goes that knowledge is power, it's actually not power. It's a helpful tool. Using that knowledge wisely, using that knowledge with all the other factors is a power. It's a power tool used by the smart. So you need to really think about that. Knowledge is something you can keep feeding yourself if you're a learner. Like I love to learn. The idea of loving to learn, though, is you have to love to be wrong. You have to be able to be humble enough to be wrong. And so that's something that you put in here is that also you need to see what direction that knowledge will give you. And if it has to be positive for that person or those other people or yourself, you need a positive outcome, not a negative one. So that's the next tool is knowledge is not power. Wisdom, the use of knowledge, is power. And that's what people can work on.
Concepts, tools, smart people use. Make internal reminders.
Okay, so I really like listening to people. And there was this guy at work, and he would say, he would use this expression, and he said it in his mind most of the time, but he would say, well, that's why I get paid the big bucks. And so he said it out loud one day, and later, when nobody was around, I said, what do you mean by I get paid the big bucks? And he says, well, it's a reminder saying for me to be compassionate, to understand I have to be patient with people under me and not be impatient, and understand that the pressure that upper corporate's giving me is mine. It's not to be passed on to underlings, to people under me, because it doesn't help the situation. Being positive and being constructive helps. So he said it was a saying that he says to himself, but he didn't mean to say it out loud. Anyway, so it's an internal saying that triggers something in you, and that's a power tool.
Concepts, tools, smart people use. Pause. Think before speaking.
Okay, so this next tool is really hard. It's actually pausing slightly before you speak. If you're being asked for a decision, I don't mean everyday conversations where you're just like spitballing with people and you're talking to them. So this one's hard. You just give a slight pause. Now, there's a percentage of people that will think you're lying, and that can be a disadvantage. But the advantage is you've had enough time to rethink the direction of where you're going in the conversation, and that is a power tool. That will help you to make sure the conversations are on track. And also, if you're in management, sometimes your words are quoted. And so if you're going to be quoted, you want to give up a slight pause to the conversation. Now, the faster you think, the easier this is going to be. And the more you practice this, the easier it's going to be. And you can use this with your family members too. It's great practice, and it actually lightens up the mood. Usually your answer's a lot better if you give it a pause and think about it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like.
Please feel free in emailing us at dgminsights@gmail.com. This is an opinion, not professionals, all rights reserved.